What's up guys, Tim here with Undead Baits, and before we get into today's video, which you already know what it is by the title, just some things I want to talk about. First off, thank you guys so much. We've hit 100 subscribers, which, you know, it doesn't really seem like a crazy number, but in the grand scheme of things, I've been able to grow this channel pretty quickly over the last month or so. No thanks to anybody but you guys. You guys who watch the videos, comment on the videos, subscribe, everything like that really means a lot to me. So thank you for that. If you're looking for more ways to support me, support the company, support the channel, go ahead and check out my website, undead-baits.squared.co. Go ahead and over there. I got some cool merch, got some of my standard designs available, and then by the end of the week, I will have some lure drops available on the website, so stay tuned to that. Like I said, I have some merch up there right now. It is my brand new Flower Child merch, which has the U and the B for Undead Baits, and then a really cool skeleton rose fishing hook design inlaid onto it. Those are only going to be available until the end of May, so if you like what you see, make sure you buy them while they're available. In addition to my website, I also have a Patreon. It's just patreon.com/undeadbaits. There, I have 2-tier subscriptions. First tier is going to be $5, and it is an entry into all of the giveaways that I do. It'll give you 5 additional entries. Now, for the tier 2, it is $20 a month. It is all the things from the tier 1 subscription, but instead of 5 additional entries, you get 20 additional entries. And on top of that, you become a member of the Lure of the Club month, which for right now, as long as you subscribe by the 15th of every month, you'll get a lure that I make specifically for Lure of the Month members. That video will get posted the first weekend of every month. So you'll have kind of a couple weeks to figure out if you want this subscription or not. If you want the lure, go ahead, sign up over there. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. So, since you guys know what's going on based on the title of the video, we have 2 of the Mystery Tackle Box by the Catch Company Pro Bass Fishing Kits. Now, this is the next tier up from the ones that we did 2 weeks ago. These have 7 to 8 items and around a $40 value. So, if you guys have seen how I run these videos, you know exactly what's going to happen. I'll open up the first one, and then I will tally up all of the products inside. We'll go through it after the fact and break down the price of each and see if we actually hit this $40 value. Also, just like the last one, Dick's Sporting Goods was still having the buy one, get one 50% off, so I bought 2. First box is 131. The other one is 184. 2 different boxes to take a look at. We're gonna start with 131. I'm assuming the packaging is just going to be super similar to the last one. It'll have some junk in there. And we're struggling to get the box open, just like the other one. Alright, so just like the other boxes, right? You got a box in a box. And then this opens up. And we have the same exact basic design on the inside with some rulers. Talking about panfish, trout, bass, walleye, everything else. Same little, you know, catch and win promotion they got going on. And then, yeah, we have all of our stuff in here. So I'm going to go through it, tally it up really quick, and then get back to you guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Blown away yet again. This box was pretty awesome. Again, I think it follows that whole mentality of buy one box and you can go out and fish for a little bit, kind of get an idea if you actually enjoy it or not. So I'm not sure if the last one had this, but this one did come with a card that tells you exactly what's in it. So if you guys don't believe me, you can take a look at this and kind of figure it out on your own. But I went through, tallied all of them. Right off the rip, definitely a cooler sticker for sure. I will say you can see it's kind of bent. The way it was packaged, it was folded up against the side of the box. So this one is not in great shape, but definitely a cooler sticker. Now, let's get into the goodies. Right off the rip, we have a Mike Buca Baby Bull Gill. Now, this is one of the coolest swim baits that I've ever seen in my entire life. It is a slow sinking bait, so I don't know if they're calling this a wake bait. Nonetheless, super, super beautiful swim bait. This one, from what I saw online, about $15. If you guys saw the last video, you'll have seen me talk about the Kench Company's Headhunter line. We have another of their soft swim baits with the hideaway hook on the top of it. This one is the smaller 3 1/4 inch version, but nonetheless, still a beautiful bait. Definitely could see this catching some fish. Next in line, we have a Major Craft Zoner Hunter, and it's in their red craw pattern. This one, I don't really have that much to say about it. It has decent reviews online. It says that its swimming depth is between 3.5 to 6.5 feet, so I would say it's a pretty medium diver, but not super impressed with the colors on it. It's basically just bright red and then black on top. But again, if you don't have any crankbaits, then pretty decent pickup. Just like with the last bait box that we opened up, there's some decent Guggen Squad lures and stuff in here. So this is their vibrating jig, and I don't know if the camera will pick it up or if the light is kind of messing it up, but that jig head is sparkly and one of the prettiest jigs I've ever seen. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Now on the back it says that the clickbait is a hybrid vibrating jig with the flash of a bladed jig, swimming action of a scrounger, and a unique sound of vibration that fish have never felt. It says it has a distinctive clack when the lure's blade bangs off the leading metal beads and wire. So I'm very, very interested to actually use this. Now, I haven't determined which tackle box is going to you guys. The way I normally do it is whichever one is more expensive, then you guys get it. So hopefully the next one is more expensive, because I really want to use this jig head because it is stunning. So this one right here is $9. So $9 for one of these Guggen clickbaits, which I think is actually pretty worth it. It is expensive for a jig head, but I think this thing is just super unique and gorgeous. Next up, just like the last one, we have some soft baits from Guggen. These are their Saucy Swimmers in their Sexy Shimmer color. Now, these ones, I don't know, again, if you're gonna be able to tell, but they're kind of like ribbed almost, so it creates a little bit more of a distinct swim action in the water. I've never actually used their swim baits before, but again, I think this would be a very interesting bait to try to use. And an 8-pack of these swimmers are $6. Up next, we have another pack of some soft baits. These are from 13 Fishing. These are their Big Squirm in Blueberry Yum Yum. Definitely some very pretty soft baits. I've never been a huge finesse ribbon worm kind of guy, but again, I think these are a pretty unique color and definitely will get the attention of some fish. And a 9-pack of these goes for $6. We have another jig head. This one is from Kalin's. It's their Cast Stalker jig in a 3/8 ounce jig head. These come in just about $4. This is definitely more of a budget jig head. I'm a big fan of these blue and black jig heads, especially paired with, like, you know, a green or dark red swim bait or worm. I think these things are killer. Just like with the last ones, we have some hooks. This one included Mustad wide gap hollow point hooks. This does come with 8, unlike the last one, which only came with, I think it was a 2-pack of hooks. These are also 3/0 hooks, just like the last ones we got. And I couldn't really find these. I don't know if they're discontinued or they don't sell them anymore, but I was kind of just ballparking about $3 for an 8-pack based on what I saw on their website. Regardless of how much these cost, we still absolutely blew the $40 value out of the water. That is it for 131. we have a total of $66. So that $40 value blown completely out of the water. I'm gonna open it, tally everything up, and then I'll bring you guys back when I got the I'll bring you guys back when we have the numbers. All right, guys. So not gonna lie, this next one was not my favorite. It definitely was still a $40 value, and I noticed on the box that it says between 7 and 8 items. The second box actually came with 9. However, the total was less than the other box, which had 8 items in it. Nonetheless, still kind of worth the money, but let's get into it. Came with another little card telling you everything that's in it, and actually came with a different sticker, which I can appreciate. Those cheaper boxes came with the same sticker. This one came with one of the coolest stickers I've ever seen. This is a Catch Co sticker, but it's like Pac-Man style. I'm actually kind of excited that I get to keep this one. The other box, just so you guys are tracking, will be going out to one of you guys in a giveaway. So everything that was in the last box is going to you guys. Everything in this box is stuff that I'm going to keep. Right off the rip, we have a Team Arc Elite Z63 lipless crankbait. Looks pretty cool. These had decent reviews online, and the back of it actually gives you like different ways to rig it / actually use it, which I guess is pretty cool, especially if you've never used a lipless crankbait before. But this one's pretty cool. I am excited to use this. I've never used anything from Team Arc, so if you guys have, let me know in the comments if they're any good. And this one is typically $13. So the next thing we have is some more Guggen baits. However, this time around, I am not impressed with the Guggen arsenal that we got. We got one of their Poppin' Filthy Frogs. I've never used their frogs before. This is their large bullfrog. I guess it is kind of cool because the back says, "Eat me." It does have some nice texture to it. It's got some decent hooks on it. Something that I'm not a big fan of. Those hooks are kind of exposed for it being a frog. I typically like to see frogs where the hooks are a little bit more protected, so that way I can chuck them into almost anything and be able to retrieve it without, getting caught up on something. These go for $9 on the Guggen website. We have another 10,000 Fish product. This is their cycle bait, and I don't know what's going on, but all of these like jig head rig things, we're getting all black and blue. So I guess people don't typically fish black and blue jig heads, which I don't know why you wouldn't use a black and blue jig head. I think they're awesome. This one is kind of ginormous. The blade on it is kind of crazy looking. It's got a design on it. I don't know if I can get the camera to pick it up. Kind of right there. But it's like the yin yang kind of thing, but with fish. I don't know. It's cool. It's unique. I will definitely give it a try, but these typically go for $7. All right, we have another Guggen item, which I don't like. I am not a fan of their crankbaits. In my opinion, they say they swim between 2 to 5 feet, but I've never actually gotten any of these Guggen crankbaits to jig / swim the way I want them to. Not to mention, I think the designs aren't that great. At the end of the day, I would never buy one of these. So actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw this in the other box for whoever wins that one. So in addition to the last box, you guys will also be getting this Guggen banger. You typically see these for around $8 on their website. All right, so we have some soft baits coming up. We have the Cabin Creek Express Worm. These go for about $5.50. I don't think I've ever even seen these before. They're just like kind of any other worm. They're cool looking, and they're also not for human consumption, in case you were wondering. We have another Kalen's jig. This one is their Flippin' Stalker. It's weedless. It's kind of just like any other jig head. Not super impressed with it, but it is nice to have. And this one comes in at $5 as I drop it. Next up, we have Somatis Baits. This is their Swim Mattis. They're basically just a swim bait, and it's dark green with black flake in it. Again, not super impressed, but hey, I got them, so I'll use them. These go for about $3. Next up, probably my all-time favorite swim bait, we have the Z-Man Streak Zs. These smoky shads are awesome. I typically will fish the bigger size. I think it's like 4.5 inches, but these 3 3/4 inch ones are actually sold out on Z-Man's website. So love the color. It's kind of like smoky white on the bottom, then it's black on top, and it's got silver and bright blue flake in it. They're gorgeous. I absolutely love these things, and I'm super happy that I got a pack of them. These go for $5. And last but not least, we have a returning member to the chat, the Spearpoint Extra Wide Gap 3/0 hooks. I got some comments on the last video saying that, you know, I think one person said that they're their favorite hooks that they use. I had another person say that they snapped fish on them just based on the shape of the hook. So still haven't given them a try. However, I mean, I'll use them. I have them, so might as well, right? All right, with all that being said, that second box totaled $47.50. So that means box number one, 131, you guys will be getting in a giveaway from this video. Now, in addition to that box, like I said, you guys will also be getting the Googin Squad Banger crankbait, just because I know for a fact I won't fish it, and I would rather give somebody the opportunity to fish with them instead of just it sitting in a tackle box not getting used. So that's another mystery tackle box reviewed, which means it's time to announce the winner of the last one. The winner of the $20 MTB bass fishing box is none other than The Lost Texan on YouTube. If you're watching this, The Lost Texan, awesome. Thank you for filling out the Google form in the description. I have your email. You'll be getting an email from me probably the day I'm recording this and letting you know that it's ready. So congratulations to The Lost Texan. Any of you guys watching, I typically get between 1.5 and 2,000 views on these videos, but I really only ever get between 5 to 10 responses on the Google forms. All it really takes, guys, for you to win these is to just fill in the Google form in the description down below. Really, I'm just asking for your email and a social media handle that I can reach you at if I can't get in contact with you via email. Takes maybe 10 seconds to fill it out, and you guys get the opportunity to win upwards of $60 of free bass fishing stuff. So I really implore you guys, if you don't want to become a subscriber on Patreon, just fill in the Google form. It's free. It takes you less than a minute to fill it out. With all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate the views. I appreciate the subscriptions. Thank you so much for getting me over 100 subscribers. It really makes me happy, and you know, I love sharing what I do, and I love putting out content to you guys. So thank you guys so much for everything. I really mean it. Make today the best day that you can. God bless.